Okay, guys, welcome to our episode 3. Again, episode 3, but this one is episode 3.2. Okay, with extra guest here. Okay, I'm going to introduce them to you. His name is Zuhairi and this is JH. Okay, I know it's a very sick week here. Everybody's sick, but we still continue. The show still goes on. So, again, we will talk more about horror ghost story, our horror experience. And we'll start with any of you guys.
We want to anything is fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm JH, and really, I don't really have much ghost stories of my own personal one. I consider myself quite lucky, but I have a few from my few relatives and co-workers throughout the times. So the first one is, as this is the seventh lunar month, there are a few stories that I'm sure quite a few have heard of, but might not know, the full picture. So there's of course the very basics that to respect our guests, and one of this is basically a friend of mine went to the cemetery to do the cleaning of the tomb and paying respects. So his whole family was there, and at this point in time he was quite young. So as young children do, they play together, and one of them kicked over an old headstone, right? So of course they didn't know what to do, they just ran off. Couple days later, the kid fell sick and his foot was swollen, right? So they went to the temple to ask, and they realized that okay, this kid, he made a mistake. He didn't he didn't apologize or make up for it, so they had to go back to the cemetery to basically apologize and fit it back to right the wrong, right? So again, this is more of a I guess Asian or Chinese thing, whereby if you are around cemeteries or if you are making offerings, please do take note of the surroundings, right? And of course, there's the normal. There's a very stereotypical warning of stepping on offerings, right? So the second story is by him again. Is the same person, but this time it was of a relative, right? Wherein he was walking by and he was not having a very good day. He didn't really look at where he was going, and he kicked over some food, right? He himself didn't even realize it, so he walked on his way. And not only did he kick over food, he stepped on the white paper for wandering. Yeah, so it's for the wandering spirits that usually if you see like Chinese movies, they'll throw like paper that's about maybe this size, with coinage on them. You usually would throw them into the air or burn them. So not only did he kick the offerings, he stepped onto some of this paper, and our dear guest followed him home. Right. So for that period of time, he just didn't have anything go his way. He would get sick. He would have things happen at home. Right. So one fine day, he got fed up. He went to a temple and asked, and basically he was told that he offended the guest, right? And he had to he had to repay them not only for the food but for the offerings as well, which he had to do within a certain period of time. And after that, he slowly got better, and now he has decided to open his eyes a bit more. Yeah, so those are my stories.
For me, I'm Irie, or they call me Zul here down here. So I'm a friend of my of Ramat down here, of Ramglove. So there were a few stories which actually both of us actually went through. Like for the first time that we are together, with one of our friends, Sulaiman. We going to the old Changi hospital.
Yeah.
Okay, we are supposed to go down there. for adventure. But there are three of us, right? So what we do is that when we reach the part of the staircase at the chalet there, so my friend here was reciting the holy verses of the Quran, and then I was actually holding the railing. So the other guy actually was, Lehman was, what was he doing?
No, he was, like those old Malay asking for permission, Dato, Nenek, that kind of everything.
So when we were walking up, okay, there were a few times when I was actually being tapped by a ghost. Really, I was being tapped by a few ghosts. So the first time when they were actually on the way up, the first step we go up, it was a tap. Then there was a second time when we wanted to reach to the part where the entrance, there was actually somebody that actually really tapped me 3 times or 4 times. That's where I was telling Sulaiman, and I was telling Sulaiman, I think I just got disturbed by a ghost, and I think we should go down. We should really go down, because when we want to go somewhere, right, or we want to go for ghost hunting, right, it's at least 4%, not 3%. Okay, so we went down, and I was telling them that I had this, I was being tapped by a ghost. So they still don't believe me to the part there.
Actually, I believe him. It's just that the problem was that, you see, when he say when you want to do something like this, don't go in threes, go in even numbers.
Yes.
Do not go in odds, because at that point of time, okay, he and Liman, they were at the front, so I was at the back. So technically, they say that what I read, to the best of my knowledge, is that the bad one will always kena one, will always get it one.
But fortunately, I was the one that.
But because I was reciting Ayatul Kursi, because that time we are not that knowledgeable. We are just young chaps. We are still not green lah, technically. So we just like, I haven't even not fully memorized the full recitation of the Ayatul Kursi. I was still studying. I'm like, because still I'm like, I don't care. I'm the third person. I just recite whatever I can. I don't care already. But I was trembling, actually trembling. Yeah.
That was one of the experience that. So what I did was I went home, showered myself, prayed, and hoped that nothing happens to me in the day. But so far, thank God. But there was a few cases also with Rahmat at his old house in Taman Jurong. Oh wow, that one's interesting. So the part where I think previously you talked about the
I think that
ghost story, right? Telling about the review of the ghost story they were telling me.
Which part?
Actually, it happened in your house, right? So what I did was, okay, one of my friends landed the Exorcist. It's called the Director's Cut. So that Director's Cut Exorcist, okay, it's very hard to find those DVDs and DVD for Director's Cut. So it was the Exorcism, the one that has the spider walk. Okay, so that Director's Cut has like everything not uncut. So I was actually challenging Mike, if you watch this, right, I think you get you have fever, So I said, no, I won't have fever. Are you sure? Alright, okay, let's watch this. You see? So what we did was, because all the windows, we off the light, and I remember, Isha was there.
No, this was, what time we were watching? It's not even night time. It's
in daytime.
Daytime, afternoon time, It wasn't even, is it cloudy peak time?
I think it was raining.
Raining, right? Then it's not a challenge lah, but more of like, I'm not even daring, It's just like, watch 4 5 it's a Director Cut, gonna be cool, okay, let's go watch. I was holding my pizza. I was about to eat the pizza. Then the spider walks in. I'm like, wow, so fast. I'm like, oh shoot.
Then there was, I think there was a part where they went into the kitchen and you can see the devil.
Yeah.
Just 3 seconds you'll see the devil. So that was what happened on that day. I remember you were watching, and then Rahmat, we were watching it halfway there. Rahmat just said, I want to stop this, I don't watch. Okay.
No, I continue watching until the end. I just said, you can finish the pizza lah.
Then never mind, the next day, everybody got fever. Everybody got fever except for me. Then Rahmat was like asking me, Oh, because of you know, asking me to watch it, I have fever, you know. Because of this, I got disturbed, you know. That. And I said, I thought you said you're okay, you know. What? I said that.
I okay, never mind. It's just that the fever lasts for 1 week. I go to school, IT Bukit Batu that time, collect uniform. I collect that while still having fever, you know. You know how hardcore I was that time? No, I still like come to school, collect uniform. I'm sick, man.
But the whole time, Rahmat is blaming me, right?
I blame him.
Okay. Then after that, he will start blaming me for everything that happened in his house. Okay, so
yeah.
there was one time when we were actually in his, because I don't have a computer, so I went to his house to actually, you know, watch movies. I think mostly, you know, during that period of time there was how we download the
those were the days like the pirated days.
pirated days, so you watch the movies and everything.
Continue.
So the window crack. So the window crack already, right?
Mirror, right?
No, the mirror crack. Okay, in his room. So I went out because I was so afraid because I was the only guy inside there. So I'm like, man, while I was watching the movie that you just downloaded, the window crack. I said, hey, you said that. Why window crack? I don't know, man. I was sitting alone. I wasn't even doing anything. I was just sitting down. My hands on my lap. I was not watching anything, and because it's a chair, right? Then just.
What happened before that? Before I leave the room, what happened? What do you do? What? No, I say what? Don't open the window, right?
Oh yeah.
You say what?
You
say what? You made, right? My room. I know it's humid lah in my room lah. But why you open the window?
It's hot.
I know it's hot. But what happened? Window, my middle crack.
That's right. But we don't know what's wrong. Right? I never even see anything.
Of course, never see anything because if let's say if the unseen thing come into my room like that, of course see the reflection. Of course, it's like scared lah. Then also angry at the same time. Of course, do something.
Handsome. It's a crack.
Of course, I see your face also. Alamak, this guy. How?
It was really scary.
Yeah, it was scary lah.
It was scary because I was the only one who was very quiet in the room. Seriously. So when that crack, I was like.
But the crack never dropped a single piece, right?
No, it's just one crack like that. But
what one crack? A long crack.
On the below side, right?
Below side and is at the corner there. Then crack here, crack there. But the piece never dropped.
Yes. There was no vibration from the computer. There was nothing. No one was doing any contractor job during that period of time. No one is drilling.
Now he contractor.
So if that's one of it, and then I think Rahmat have a few sharings that when I went back home, Rahmat's house was being disturbed by a black. I think you remember Tony, right?
Okay, guys, this part he actually busted me lah. Because you know the study corner, you said I was tired, sleepy, got one. Then I want to go home. You know what time? It was past 12 midnight or 1 a.m. I forget already. So I go by myself. That time our house very nearby.
Yes, correct.
So technically,
it's like what 10 to 15 minutes of walk only.
It's just 10 to 15 minute walks. It's okay. Then I just walk as per normal to my house. Go home, wash leg, whatever. Then I sleep as you know, just go straight away go straight away to the room and sleep. Then inside my sleep in my dream I was still inside my room. However, when I turned my head around, because I was facing this way. Then inside the dream, when I turned my head this way, you know who I saw? The black figure. The black figure just right in front of my face, like that. Then I'm like, go back here, face down. Then I wake up. When I wake up, I'm still inside my room. I'm like so pissed off. I'm like so angry, so really like I want to sleep. I'm tired. But I never thought like that. You know what I did? I say the Allahu Akbar 7 times. After that, I pingsan, go to sleep. Like that.
I remember, you told me that.
It was in the dark. I don't care already.
In your previous house, which is just beside my house, and I think so. The one that has a lot of presents was actually the one you shifted to the front of the block.
You mean the in front of the mosque, is it?
The one in front of the mosque is lesser than the one. Because when that house you were in front there, I don't see any. I don't see any. But I remember that you told me that there was outside the window. There, I mean, it's just the corridor. So you see somebody just watching you behind the window, because your window is always blocked. So it's like somebody's just standing down there and looking. I think I remember that part.
Okay.
But other than that, the one that is actually when you shifted to the the other side of the block, the one has many.
Any you know, I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
Because your that one crack, the mirror was cracked at the previous house. You also had dreams about those black figures in the house.
But the thing about black figure, and he forgot to, why. Okay, guys, why I say he busted me? The reason is why he has another friend who happened to be there, and the next few days he told me that his friend saw a black figure walking behind me. Then inside the message I scold him upside down. Then whatever tell me. Then the thing still beside me. Alamak.
I still didn't know about it.
Of course but then you told me I see the message. Oh, really? That moment I was really angry with him. Why never told me? Alamak.
But there were a few. When I was working as a nurse, I saw one time I was on night shift in the morning when I was actually doing handing over of duty, right? So I was actually opposite the gynae one, and there was actually I saw like a figure just rushing out the door when I was in the ward last time.
Oh, in the hospital lah. Oh.
So
guys, he used to work as a nurse.
Yes. So actually, I was a nurse before. Okay, A&E side. So we are having this temporary wards. So I wasn't tired. It was morning around 8 o'clock. So we were actually handing over with this. So it was like one figure just like I was like, hey. Then the girls were like asking me, hey, what happened? I thought I saw somebody just walk out there. Are you sure you are not dreaming? No, I'm not dreaming. I'm actually awake because it was on night shift, right? That was the first. Well, my personal thing. But other than that, I don't think I have any more so far in my work, except for when I had a girlfriend before, my ex-girlfriend. I went out with her to East Coast Park together with her family and came back home. I think my dear friend Sulaiman was actually, I called him up because like my friend, right, started to say heavy. So during that period of time, I was just happily talking to her and everything. Suddenly, just the previous move. And I was like, how can a heavy fan move? You know, the stand literally move.
Oh yeah,
So I called my friend up and said, hey, I think I want to go down for what? Can you please accompany me until morning? Because there was something happened in the room. So I called up my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend was saying that father actually saw something. So he asked me to actually wash my legs and wash my legs, pray for that day, pray and then sleep. But I didn't. I was stubborn. I didn't do it. So that was what happened. I went down. Raymond was the one who accompanied me. So that was actually one of my experiences at home. Other than that, there was a lot of times where my mother actually prays at night around sembilan tajwid kan. So many times you can see her wearing the telekung, the white.
The prayer, woman prayer.
Prayer clothing.
So my door is always open last time. So I will see like because she always prays at the end of the last room. So she always walk past and like, hey mom, looking for prayers. And the person never said anything, just walk. So I went out. I went to my mother's room. My mother was sleeping.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my mother was sleeping. And then I was like, okay, fine. close my door. That was the first time. Second time was, I was actually in the kitchen. And I was cooking my Maggie, like I'm hungry, right? You eat Maggie, right? Suddenly there's like one white figure who just stand down there, look at me, kind of like turn around and say, "Hey mom, what the heck are you doing down there?" But then he went off. Then when I went back, I went to my mom's house room again. Still
Sleeping.
I'm like, shit, I'm already halfway, I'm halfway already cooking and forget it, I just go inside my room, I just do my own business and lock the door. I leave the food down there. But actually, a lot of things happen when our blocks were actually established.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Because if I'm not wrong, I did ask this to my dad, but generally all our blocks, right, were at some point graveyards because of the amount of kampongs that we have in Singapore. So, similarly, mine was my mom did tell me before. So, in Singapore, right, a lot of office buildings will have a little altar,
Yeah.
right? So that is for Tua Pei Kong or
Indian.
It is a form of land deity. So it could be a 地主公, which is like a landlord ghost, or a earth god, right? So my mom is a practicing Taoist, so she will always pray before going up to her office, right? So when she was at her office, she had 2 instances of extra activities, right? Wherein the first one, she was with her colleague, right? So you know how your school teachers' tables are laid out in the staff room, right? So it's like a big divider and a small divider in between and their table. So my mom is, and her colleagues were side by side, and her boss's room was opposite. So, and the toilet is basically past them. So this is the main door. This is my mother's cubicle. This is the boss's cubicle, and all the way at the end there's a toilet. So she and her colleague were doing work, right? And she just saw somebody outside, just at the glass door, like walking by or looking in. So she didn't think much of it, because she thought, okay, maybe the boss come back to like maybe pick up something. So okay, not my business, right? It was in the, I think, early 2000s. You didn't really have time to worry about so much stuff. So she was packing up, and then as she looked up, she saw a figure going right past her to the toilets. Okay, did you see that? She asked her friend, did you see that? Her friend said, yes, I think it's the boss. Okay, let's go. Packed up everything and she left. Right. So again, same thing in the office, but this time my mom was pregnant with my second sister. So she was pregnant with my sister and she was going down the steps. Right. She felt somebody holding her leg, not pushing or tugging, but somebody just held on to her leg, and she slipped down the stairs. Right. Thankfully, nothing happened, and she always attributes this to because I pray to the altar at the ground, at the ground floor. So in a way, there are some spirits, or shall we call them guests, that just want to get on with their day. They have no interest in interacting with us.
You're talking about that is actually about my house. So actually previously, before I was staying with Rahmat in that area, I was staying in Jurong West, the old Jurong West. So my house is going to be protected by this ghost. Okay, so he likes like those festive seasons. He will just watch over us. So somehow, okay, it's
This one at the old Jurong West house.
Yes, it's the old Jurong West house. So it's I won't say the block. Okay, it's actually a 4-room block. So my mom and dad and me only, because there was no my brother, my sister, right?
Okay.
So I have my own room. We have a master bedroom and an extra guest room. So this ghost would actually walk wearing only sarong. Okay, it's an old man wearing sarong. Okay, but you can't see the top. He will actually is half bodied. Okay, we just look. We just take care of us to the part where then we have a maid. So nobody knows except for our own family members, our mom and dad, me.
Okay.
So this maid we employ a maid. So the maid was asking us, actually Indonesian maid, do you have somebody that's guarding your house? So then everybody was speaking. How do you know? No, because the ghost itself was wearing sarong, and how then we all like, how this do you because she sometimes comes to the maid also, no, because that maid actually made some problems to me and to my family and my other families.
Okay.
So one day, so she prays always in the dark. Normally people pray is actually
Bright light, yes.
the lights and everything, but she prayed in the dark. And then I found that, and then when I was small, that time was small, and then I opened up because she has her own cupboard, right? After one part, there was actually like cotton of very foul smelling object or something like that.
Okay.
She doesn't know how to cook, and whenever she cooks, right, it's macam mana cakap, half cooked.
Okay.
So we actually so-called let her off. Okay, but she actually angered the spirit of the house. Okay, but then the spirit never disturb us at all. Only the part where only disturb me.
Oh, no wonder.
Yes. So there was one, but it's like, how to say, jinn.
It's like a family spirit. It's like a house.
No,
spirit of the house.
It's like
Guardian of the house,
it's like a penunggu lah.
Yes, penunggu, correct.
Oh.
Because whenever we sleep, right, we have this white this yellow light on. So he will just stand out there. He will not disturb us. He will not even come to our room. Just stand down there, just like a penunggu like that, or guardian. So he doesn't disturb, like how you're telling me. He doesn't disturb. He just want to get around. He's there. He just want to protect us,
But then that time your family got any offering whatever, kasih makan ke apa?
No. He does like kenduri inside the house. He doesn't disturb people. He's just happy that that there is such
there's a harmony among okay.
So he doesn't disturb anybody.
Okay.
Because usually these Chinese we can call them 地主公. So it just means that they are essentially a landlord of the place. It can be an apartment, it can be the whole complex. But essentially these spirits who are given the title of 地主公, they could be a former resident or somebody that used to be around here. It can even be, for instance, if you were a security guard in life, you could become one if you were attached to the place enough. So usually these spirits, they don't really they're just there to just watch over. They don't care if how many people move in, as long as you respect their space.
Yes.
They will leave you alone.
Correct.
And this also ties into the so-called the idea that when you buy your some for Chinese, right?
Something like that.
Yes, when you buy a statue for your altar, please get somebody professional to invite the deity in. Otherwise, something can move into the statue, right? So if you find that maybe perhaps your house, right, is very active, right, perhaps you should try asking for help, to professional help to kind of figure things out. It could be physical problems, maybe it's the pipes, it could be the structure, but it's better if for not only your peace of mind, right, to get some help if need be, right. I rather the master tell me that there is no issue, it's just probably the structure, than having to find out many days later that yes, there is an actual issue.
Okay. So because in our Taman Jurong that's area, right, technically there's a mosque, right?
Yeah.
So technically before the development on our your house okay, it was still construction
It was still actually before that in Taman Jurong there was actually an old campsite. It's actually an old campsite. So they actually, that whole area was actually a campsite. The one that is I think you should know the 100 blocks. 100 blocks, they call it the 100 and above, like 99, all the the blocks which are 100, those are actually places. They are actually HDB blocks. So we have 3 markets, right? I think so. You know, market 1, market 2, market 3.
Correct.
So the term was 1996. I think it was a construction site, as you were saying, you're right. But before that, it was actually a army camp.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
So as you can see, the mosque itself last time it has the slope, right? And always like run. We always play around with it. Then after it changes to a musala. Then after it changes to the actual
renovation, after renovation. And then that time also I remember, because that time now if you were to hear the azan, it's very low, right?
Yes.
But that time what I remember that time it was open space.
Yes.
Yeah, so open space that time. It was in the early 90s. I remember, because there was the current house that there's no house. There's not even a shop there.
Not a lot of people moving.
Not moving, because it was not developed yet.
Yeah.
What I remember was, okay, in 1994, the first Toy Story animated, the first one came out. It was 1994, August or April, I forget already. So 1995 or 1996, we moved in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I moved in 1996.
Yeah.
I remember I was in 1996. I think I saw you. I befriended you was around 1997.
Seven. Yeah, I think I moved in earlier. I think so. I don't know. I can't remember.
Because we always meet inside the mosque. We always play inside the mosque. That was the friendship developed from there on.
Yeah. Technically, we are not the same school or the same class. We are just neighborhood friends. Yeah. So we had a lot in common, technically. So let's move to any experience in Sentosa.
Sentosa experience.
Yeah.
For those of our viewers who do not know, Sentosa is a place that is quite active simply because of what happened during the Japanese occupation. We shall not spoil what happened at Sentosa. You can go and find out for yourself, right? But suffice it to say, there are many stories at Sentosa, right?
Very true. So there are some back of house stuff. Okay, Sentosa actually formerly known as Pulau di Belakang Mati. Okay, anything you just go Wikipedia and read a lot what it's all about. So, but if you want to explore more on what Sentosa is all about, do check it out. And then Halloween is coming. Okay, this is it open already lah. So October you can go. Then a lot of stuff. There are some hidden spots in Sentosa. There's a lot actually. What's that?
She's drumming on the side of the chair.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay lah. So let's not talk about. Okay, then let's go skip to the other one, and then let's talk about Conjuring, the latest one. What do you guys think?
Honestly, I have not kept up for a very long time. And again, it's a very interesting series, right? Because it focuses on alleged true stories that happened to 2 of the most famous people in the supernatural field, Ed and Lorraine Warren, right? But honestly, to me, the series has long passed, its expiration date.
Yeah.
The first few were great, don't get me wrong. And yes, Annabelle Comes Home and the ones, in the earlier part of 2030, right?
Talking about that, right? I think the one that is actually most impactful is the Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2.
The first 2, is it?
The first two. The nun. No.
The Annabelle doll.
Oh.
The first 2.
The first one. Oh,
the
the
first one is about
parents,
the witches.
the parents and the
Witches.
Yes.
Oh, Bathsheba and the Amity.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Amity.
No, it's the Lutz.
The one in the UK.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
The one that has
the Enfield lah.
me sitting down here,
Yes.
I'm drinking water and you guys are interviewing me and suddenly another voice was to be talking to you.
Yeah. Oh, the old man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Enfield family.
Yeah, Enfield, correct.
Not Enfield Liverpool lah.
And not Enfield rifle.
So I reviewed the first 2, but it's the story tends to be like as you know, Warner Brothers, they want to make extra because to make people watch the movie and make sure that they can earn. Because the last movie is about that mirror. Okay, and actually that mirror is the actual mirror, but the story is actually there's a man who keeps on actually watching himself at the mirror. So every single day he would just sit down at the mirror, in front of the mirror, and he would just he would just have
Stare
this.
into the mirror.
You just stare in the mirror, and then he can actually like only him. So people are like he doesn't eat. He just keep on staring. Go back home. He just keep on staring at the mirror. So they say that the mirror is haunted, but actually it's just a mirror. If you there's actually some explorers who went and stayed down there. I mean, I know now the Lorraine so-called museum is being taken over by two YouTubers, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
YouTubers, okay.
Correct.
So some of the things are being moved off, except for the museum.
But the things that I heard, there's some stories I only caught one They say one of the items is so haunted, so cursed that one of them die or kena haunted until I don't know when. Is it true?
There are a few items in there. So like again, like the most famous doll in the world, Annabelle, right? So they were saying that you don't challenge the doll in any way, shape or form, right? And one unfortunate couple did, and they crashed quite far off. So again, we are not telling you to be superstitious and believe everything we say, but take what we say as a grain of salt. If you don't believe it, it's fine, but at least respect the views of others, be religious or cultural views. These are very important things, especially during this month, wherein our very good VIPs will be around, right? So yeah.
You're talking about good VIPs.
Yeah, the
this one, right?
VIPs.
When it's in Hari Raya, is all the VIPs be locked up, is it?
Yeah.
They cannot move
So
around.
how?
How?
So yes, because in Chinese, right, we call them 好兄弟, right? That's why I
In English, 好兄弟 is
好兄弟, in a way you can call them good brothers and sisters lah. That's why I always add the good, because it's a translation thing. Yeah, but normally in English you just call them VIPs, right? And yeah, that's really much about it lah.
Okay, so for this round, we will have to wrap things up. Okay, thank you for coming here. Okay, so hopefully the next session we might be covering more. If you guys more interested in horror experience, do drop us on our email. Okay, on our Gmail. Sorry. Yeah, you can come here as a guest, or you got any horror ghost story or whatever experiences, weird stuff, can just Gmail us. We will provide the link here. No worries. Okay, and we will do more content beside horror stuff. We also do some things like food, comic book, movie stuff. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Bye.